Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Outer Wilds. Where in the previous episode, I screwed up. I bumbled into the solution for a problem. And on the original recording, I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. Like, yeah, we'll be fine. It'll all be fine. I'll just show you guys how to get there next episode. That's kind of cool. So, I was thinking about it, and I decided that I didn't want to do that. So instead, we're going to go over... Not crash into Timber Hearth. There we go. We're gonna go over to Brittle Hollow, and we are going to, well, check some stuff out. Maybe meet some people. Maybe find something neat. Do some science, I guess. Hey, is that the, Yeah, that is. Okay. Awesome. I'm also probably going to... Well... Okay, so, I would like to try and, cut around and jump around a little bit in this episode some. However, I'm also on a minor time crunch. I'm doing this... Oh, yeah. Doing this on Monday. Publishing it on Wednesday. Let's see here. Actually, heck no, this is the wrong... Roughly the wrong location. Anyway, I'll probably be right back, actually. Because of all this. Let's see. Okay, now that I'm back, I'm going to go into the map view, go into Brittle Hollow, and Southern Observatory. The Nomai decided to build a larger, more sophisticated ice-cream locator. Ryback landed their ship near the Big Dome on the South Pole. Head north to the ruins on the equator. Okay, so that's where we need to go. We need to... Which, honestly, I actually don't know where that is off the top of my head. We were at the equator already. Okay. It's been a little while since I last played Outer Wilds, so my flying might be a little bit rusty. Hang on, I think I might have seen where I'm looking for. No, maybe I didn't. Okay, that is the Southern Observatory. Which is... so, that's where we're going, in case you guys hadn't guessed. Okay, so that is the tower shard, I think it's called, because it looks like a tower. Alright, now let's see here. No. Well, that meteor nearly just hit us. What if I were just going to the gravity cannon and explore from there? Alright, hopefully. Now, so my plan... Well, okay. That was not the best landing. So my plan is to get into the observatory, but I don't actually remember how to do that off the top of my head, honestly. I remember why we need to go there. I just don't exactly remember how, because it took me a long time to get there. Alright, let's see here. Turning on my flashlight, and let's get down. Now, we've already been here before. But the problem was that everything was still kind of breaking. And then I think we ended up falling into the black hole as well, so, But I think we need to get to the crossroads. The Southern Observatory, never mind. I guess we'll just go this way. Okay. Good thing we've gotten here relatively early in the loop. Okay, I think this should take us here. I'm very glad that that doesn't have collision, honestly. No, I'm not sure. Woof. Almost fell into a black hole. Now, I think both of these just end up, like, looping around this thing. Okay. I want to double check. Yeah, okay, we did get that. Okay. So I just wanted to double check if Gabbro had taught us how to meditate yet. It's been a while since I played last, if you'll remember. Okay. Whew, almost did not make that. Now, surface integrity is 100%. Man, these parts always give me a little, like, always freak me out a little bit. Like, holy crap. In real life, I am afraid of heights. This is not pleasant, you guys. Ow. Okay. First time I ever got here, I could not figure out how to access these gravity crystals at first, so I just, like, awkwardly wedged my ship in between the area. Well, hey, at least there are trees. Now, let's see. Where do I go from here? I don't remember. Oh, it's broken. Hang on just a second. Options. I really don't like how sensitive this game is. That's honestly probably my biggest complaint with the entire game. That was close. Alright, so the gravity is not as strong as I remember it being. I should probably be able to... I'm gonna check the gravity here. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that the, I'm pretty sure that the surface integrity of the North Pole never actually changes. Okay. Got it. I think I'm in. Whoa, it is. Is it lagging for y'all? That was weird. Alright. I'm in. Well, let's get started. Giant's Deep Projection Stone. Let's see what they have to say first. Conroy, Dawes and I were lifting the orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank beneath the current. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using the other cannon parts. We're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass below the current? Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank right to the core. My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here in Brittle Hollow Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at the Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Yeah, so we got here through the gravity cannon. Oh wait, hang on, let me, Alrighty. I think we've been here before. This reminds me of a giant barrel. I think we might have been here on the channel before, but I cannot remember. Well, you know, I guess we'll see. Let me, open that up. I'm gonna check on the, sun real quick. Alright, so the sun is still nice and small. You can get, like, a rough estimate of the, You can get, like, a rough estimate of things by looking at the sun. That was very close. Those are loud. Goodness gracious. Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant's Deep to lift the orbital probe cannon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. I hope you guys can hear me well, by the way. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It's now clear that there are two different types of cyclone. Okay, just adjusted the volume a bit. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rare type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects below the waters and below the current. My gratitude, Spire. Kanoi is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by the secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to explain all that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. I also very much wanted to make a model. Fair enough. So if I shoot one into here, it gets catapulted into the air. But if I shoot one into here, it gets smashed into the ground. Interesting, huh? Can't even get off the ground in that one. Wow. Alright, let's see what's on the second floor of this place. And then we'll have all the pieces of the puzzle. What have we learned thus far in our search for the eyes of the universe? Well, for this particular puzzle, not the overarching puzzle. Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the eye is in orbit around the star system sun. This would mean the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous range. Those of us on the vessel originally followed the eye signal to the solar system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself. The locator we built on the Adel rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. I wonder why that is. Suppose the eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The eye's signal called to us to summon us into the system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the eye's story, and we're no closer to finding it than you were when we first arrived here. Hypothesis: the eye has stopped emitting the signal. Oh, it lagged again. That was odd. I wonder why it lags. I wonder if it's because I moved it to an external drive. So, do these just show the planets in orbit? Oh, they do. This is kind of cool. Yeah, they even put Dark Bramble on here. The Eye of the Universe. That's weird. Unable to determine orbit. No signal detected matching any known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. Huh. How can our methods change as we continue to search for the Eye of the Universe? We know what the eye looks like, thanks to the quantum moon. So what if we try to find the eye visually? Let's send out a probe! Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing? We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover the distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch, and it's moonless, except for when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. If we couldn't find the ice signal using 2 different devices built for the exact purpose, we should discontinue the search method. Wow, that's a little bit depressing, actually. Alright. So, there's one more place that I'd like to go before exploring. Well, technically it is around Giant's Deep, but you know. Let's see. Well, let me just, like, freaking charge back to the ship. I won't charge that direction, I guess. Alrighty. Okay. That was completely unintentional, but like, wow, that worked really well. With the momentum that I built up, wow, that worked out nicely. Alrighty. Next stop. That thing's spinning around Giant's Deep. Not that one right there. No, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, yeah, the music skipped a bit. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, this thing. I don't actually remember how I landed on it last time. It's been a while. Aha. Carefully, looks like it. Boy, am I glad that the Nomai have these gravity field things. Okay. Whee! Nomai were fun, honestly. Okay. Welcome. So, let's see here. I'm pretty sure that these orange symbols are like numbers, actually. Like in a sequence. So let's start with number 1. The control module. Okay, so, wow, it is very quiet in this area. I figured the Nomai Ruins song would be playing. Hey, look! The Nomai Ruins song. The Giant's Deep Projection Stone, which we like just read, so I will leave it here. Now, if we just flip over, I love those little pads. Have we already been here? I feel like we might have already been here, you guys. This doesn't actually look all that familiar. 15 minutes, 25 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from the Ash Twin project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory, gravity field activated. Yeah, okay, so we have not been here. So the Ash Twin project told it to activate, huh? Something flew off and it broke, and a part dropped. Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking modules receiving data from probe. Orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Multiple modules damage to multiple modules detected. We may not make it to the full thing in this loop. The orbital probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress detected, assessing damage to modules. Control module, intact, no structural damage. Launch module, viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. Probe tracking module, missing. Okay, let me, turn off the machine. And, heck. This is the hardest part of exiting these rooms. Exiting. There we go. Okay. So, number 2 then, what is this one? The launch module. It's... I don't know if I can fit in there. Yeah, if I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna need to, go in through the outside, looks like. Okay. And then this final one is just straight up missing. Although, I guess that might be the best shot I have at, you know, easily getting out. Okay, so I need to go around which way? I think it's this direction. Frick, let me go back inside and double check, you guys. Sorry. I just wanna... Okay, so yeah, I need to go to my left as of now. I do not want to align my velocity with Giant's Deep. Let me actually go out towards space because that'll be easier to recover. Let's go, let's go, let's go, and I'm in. Is there anything that I can actually interact with here? Oh, good. Artificial gravity. Thank heavens. Okay. Imagine the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fear not, my nervous friend. We will only need to fire the probe once, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because it wouldn't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Okay. So it was, over-enthusiasm. And this is our next location, you guys. Huh. Hang on a second. Right here-ish? Yeah, look at that. There's a statue right there. Now, how big is the stun? Big enough that the interloper is flying into it. There goes the interloper. I think... Oh, that's interesting. The floor up there isn't glowing in the same way that this one is. Alright, so I am going to restart the loop. And I will probably meet you guys back at Giant's Deep. So... I will meet you guys back once I get into the Ocean of Giant's Deep, and I will tell you where we're going from there. Okay. Why did I unpause it? I'm smart. Okay, we are back with Giant's Deep. Please don't crash me into that. Okay. And we sploosh into the water. Now, technically, there are two methods to getting inside. Getting under the current, I mean. Now, I think this is the one that I need to use, right? Right? Yep, okay. So yeah, right at the end of the last episode, I actually had to redo the my outro because I was flying and I went into one of these halfway through my outro, and I accidentally chose this one. Now, see these guys? Might recognize them from earlier in Dark Bramble. So see this stuff? That's electricity. Check this out. Ready? Ready, ready, ready? Zap, and it's gone. Now, I really just need to wait for this guy, probably, come up. Honestly, this is probably one of, like, this part is really, really cool, but, like, boy, is it a little freaky. So what you have to do is you have to, basically just let them float over you. It's kind of creepy, but really cool. And, yeah, don't look down and don't touch them. The first time I ever saw them, I thought that you were supposed to get your ship consumed by them, not you. So I was sitting here trying to get my ship to fit under them. When in reality, all you have to do is just... Ow. Heck. Okay. Gonna want to fix up those wounds when I get back to the ship. But here we are. Okay, and now you can just... I don't even have my hands on my keyboard right now, because I don't want to accidentally bump into something and get electrocuted. But, you know, he's dropping down, sitting there for a bit, and now he should just leave me when he floats back up. Thanks for the ride, buddy. Now, outside of the electric field, this area is actually really not all that dangerous. Now, I just need to figure out where the frick that last part of the launch module is. Ah. Found it. Now, the hardest part about swimming in this game is that you actually can't match velocity anymore. So it's kind of like awkward space. Okay. It's like awkward space with minor amounts of gravity. Sploosh. Now I just kind of wait for gravity to happen. There we go. Okay, so my ship log is not going to update anything. because I've actually already been here against my better judgment. Whoa. Yeah, gravity's a little wonky right now. So let's see. We have an Ash Twin projection stone. I have most exciting news, Privet. The Ash Twin project is prepared to receive the probe data from the orbital probe cannon. Raimi is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you in the orbital probe cannon as well? Wait, hang on, what? Are you in the orbital probe cannon well? Okay. We are! The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. Sounds fun. On the other appendage, not the other hand, other appendage, I'm worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew's morality. Wait, morale or morality? Moral integrity. Structural integrity and the crew's moral integrity. Once the probe determines the location of the Eye of the Universe, I will send an alert directly to you and Raimi. Oh, I guess I never read that when I was in here. And then a launch module projection stone, huh? Alright, well, let's see what they have to say. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. You'll be the first to see them. Can I just read this? The Ash Twin Project. Maybe I could show you guys what that's like in the next episode. Who knows? If I bumble my way over there. I think after this I might actually go to the Ember Twin. Okay, great. Now for the coolest part. So we have Giants Deep with the probe launch system. It launches a probe. Receiving data from probe 9,318,063. Visualizing current trajectory of probe. One time I had the Nomai probe smashed directly into my ship, exploding it. Interestingly, the probe doesn't actually interact with planets, just the ship and the player. Saw a video on Reddit where it smashed into somebody's face the moment they woke up, so, you know, that's possible. So, shooting out. Oh. It's a lot of lines. Lines are going. They found it. Retrieving launch data from previous launch data from the Ash Twin. Number of probes launched: 9,318,063. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe found by probe 9,318 and 54. So, we know that the Eye of the Universe is out there. Let's see what other data they collected. This is one of the most important pieces of the puzzle that you'll find in the game. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. This is it. That's where the Eye of the Universe is. Of course, in order to get to the Eye of the Universe, we would need a functional Nomai ship, because our ship doesn't work with the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. And the only Nomai ship that we can find is heckin' broken. Now, I actually really don't want to have to get out of here, so I'm just gonna, you know, jump back. Forward? Back? In all honesty, no one really knows. Now, technically, I know that I say it's usually like a two loops and then we're done. But that was really just the one loop. Like, I went in and I reset the loop just to make sure that we had enough time. So I am actually just going to, this is now our second loop. One more loop and we'll be done. Now, for our next loop, we could go to, well, let's see. Southern Observatory, tornado simulation connecting to the orbital probe cannon. There's more to explore at the orbital probe cannon? What haven't I explored? Oh, I just don't think I went through one of the pathways, so that's fine. The Ash Twin Project. The gravity cannon. Called a Nomai structure. Oh, okay, yeah. Ash Twin Towers. Let's see, we could go to the Ash Twin Towers, which would make a logical lead. Or we could go back to the Interloper, which we could try doing both, actually. Because the Ash Twin Towers are currently coated in sand, whereas the Interloper is currently coated in ice. And not sand. Ice is not sand, confirmed, you guys. Gonna wait until me and the Interloper are on the same side of the sun, so that I don't just freaking fly into the sun. Okay. Oh, that was really cool. You could, like, I was moving with the planets roughly, and all of a sudden they stopped and started moving differently again. Also, there's definitely something, hang on, let me, not hit the hourglass twins. That might be wise. There's also definitely something right on top of the sun. Huh. It's hard to land on, and I speak from experience. About an hour of experience. So yeah, in case I'm pretty sure I have told you guys about this, but okay, thanks autopilot. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. You know, that's one way to land on something. Hang on, let me there we go. Something a little bit more stable. Now, I'm a smart guy. Goodbye, Interloper. Ow. Okay. I guess I'll fix that in a moment, huh? Perfect landing. 10 out of 10. Woo! Just smashed into it, you know. Now. First off, let's go back to the frozen shuttle. Because it said there was more to explore here, so I guess. This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, this shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, wouldn't somebody call it back home to the gravity cannon on the Ember Twin? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. This would be wise, I think, Clary. This would be wise, I think, Clary. If you don't mind waiting here with it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface. What does it mean by there's more to explore around this thing? I figured I just accidentally hadn't read the last page or something. Oh, freaking, I have to recall it, don't I? Okay, well, let's go up to the front. Trying to not build up so much speed that I just fling myself off of it. Which I've done a lot. Now, where... So... Freaking... Okay, what is it that I'm looking for? Oh, there's a big old crack in front. Ah! Here it is. Straight up jumped in by mistake. Welcome to the core of the interloper, ladies and gentlemen. This only opens up as you approach the center... as you approach the sun. Uh-oh. I am worried that my ship... Okay, I thought my ship was about to fly into the sun. Now, as it freezes over me, I panic and do not... Oh, there it is. I'm like, okay, now I just panic and figure out where else I can go. Now, careful, there's ghost matter in here. You'll want to use your probe a lot. Anytime you see these crystals, check for ghost matter. I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're below the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, closer to the comet's center. I'm starting to think it's more dangerous than we realized. Clary, can you hear us? Yes, but your voices are faint. I fear we will lose communication entirely should you continue any deeper. Keep the shuttle warm for us, Clary. We'll return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings. I understand, but be cautious, both of you. Okay, so that route is a no-go. So it's basically just a maze, honestly, like... Okay, this is the one that we're supposed to go into. Only one of these is, come on. Now, if I remember correctly, you can actually, like, slow yourself down pretty easily. Now, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, so, check it out. That, hang on. Filled with ghost matter, that one is. Now, let's see here. So I need to stick to the tunnel on the right, and the one on the left. Okay, frick, how do I do this again? Okay, well, I guess I'll just try and take it slow. I don't actually know how this fits, like, spatially, by the way, because this is a pretty big thing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, once again, I very easily could have just fallen into that ghost matter. Trying to get a picture of it for you guys. Yep, more ghost matter. There's a lot of the stuff here. Oh, you poor guy. Oh, there's a Nomai coated in the crystals from it. What's going on? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ruptured core. The spherical stone casing here seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather the source is what's within the stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter. The stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what we're seeing, at least. Hi, I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact can be almost certainly lethal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but that's all that's protecting us from what's inside. Worse still, this matter is disturbingly volatile. Pi, whatever the matter inside this stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at its density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compacted before. What is this? This is orders of magnitude worse than I had imagined. If the stone were to rupture, the lethal matter would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the star system almost instantly. And the pressure is still... Hang on. Sorry. There we go. And the pressure is still building as the comet approaches the star system. Return the shuttle right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing, Pi? The more we know about this alien matter, the better our chances of survival. I will learn what I can here. Go warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelter somehow. Now, Poke! That was... Where's that crack? That was Poke up there. As it approached the sun, the core inside of the interloper was jam-packed with ghost matter, ruptured, instantly blanketing the system and killing almost every living thing in it. Hoo boy. Well, let's show... I don't know if I've shown you guys what happens when you die to ghost matter, so, like... Yeah, that's what happens. So, that's where all the Nomai went. All of them dead after the interloper ruptured. And honestly, I think that this episode is long enough. So you guys, in the next episode, we are probably going to explore the Hourglass Twins more, because, like, really now, have we explored them, like, at all? Like, we wandered around for a bit. Yeah, I think we, like, teleported into, somewhere, right? But that's it. Like, hang on. Yeah, so the ruptured core. Found the 2 missing members of the Nomai shuttle crew near a large ruptured stone that looked like it exploded from the inside. The Nomai traced the strange energy readings to a spherical stone casing filled with some form of exotic matter. They determined the exotic matter was both lethal and under extreme pressure. If the stone were to rupture, the exotic matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the solar system almost instantly. One of the Nomai stayed behind to examine the alien matter, while the other rushed to the surface to warn the rest of the Nomai. Yeah, we haven't even been to the Ember Twin. Meanwhile, we have the Ash Twin towers, Anyway, let's try not to bumble into the solution for a puzzle today, shall we? So, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Sorry if there were, like, a lot of, like, weird jump cuts and stuff. I'm trying out something. I'm going to try and see how this works, like, if it works well. But I want to try and shorten the episodes and, like, kind of cut out, like, there's definitely a bit of downtime, like, sometimes when I'm just blasting through space. You may not entirely need to see that, in all honesty. Hey, is that the Nomai probe? I think that's actually the Nomai probe out there. That's kind of cool. So, tell me if any of the cuts were, like, weird, or if you just straight up didn't like them, or even if you prefer the hour-long, completely uncut format that I've been using. Tell me in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys very much for coming. Again, I'm Beck Phillips. You've been watching this on my YouTube channel. I have a Twitch page, twitch.tv/screwdriverstreaming. I stream about every weekday. If you're confused when I'm streaming, you can either check my schedule on my Twitch page, or in the description down below, there is a link to the Chaos Crew Discord server, which will give you basically everything you need to know. Also down below, there is a link to my Patreon, which has a couple of different tiers. You should go check it out. It's great. Next week, I believe I will be updating Mother 3. Yes, sorry, I'm recording this out of order because my roommate wants to play Outer Wilds. And so I'm actually recording this while he's gone, but I still need to record the, the Drawn to Life episode that's coming out in like 2 days. So, you know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys very much for coming, and as always, I hope that you have a lovely morning, evening, and I will see you another time. Goodbye.